what was covered into Christianity idealistically and verbally was the African family's structure of doing to each one as doing unto others as you would have them to do unto you. Basic protection. And when St. Augustine heard about the converts at Nicaea, he said, these people make me laugh. They're giving us a religion we had 3,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's deal with that. Then let's deal with the formalization behind a personality called Jesus Christ.
Now, St. Augustine was who, for many people who may not know?
St. Augustine was the father of Catholic literature, and he was instrumental in creating the intellectual literature, the basic theories that went into the making of the Catholic Church.
Where did he come from? Where was he indigenous to?
Indigenous to North Africa.
Was he himself?
He was not Arab. He was not Arab. He was not Berber. He was African.
So he's somewhere in our ancestral line.
Yeah, no one has proved anything any different. I call St. Augustine the Holy Sinner because in his early life, he, like the ladies so much, he took up residence in house of prostitution and lived there and had a child there. And like most men who tinge with a spot of hypocrisy, after that he began to blame a lot of the sins of the world on women. He's about exhausted by then.
Mm-hmm. He did live, right?
But he did. But I think his confession and his other books laid the basis for intelligent church literature and the beautiful simplicity of his writing. It's not complicated in his theory and his writing. There's a lot of great writers for the church whose writing is just too complicated to read it, not for the layman, and I've tried to read St. Thomas Aquinas and Cece.
And Justin Martyr.
Yeah. Martin Luther was a little less confusing, but confusing enough.
Could it have been, Dr. Clarke, that they weren't clear themselves on what the Christianity was?
Yeah, it might be. I think the beautiful simplicity in the writings of St. Augustine, that he had time to think things out, himself, because between his years hanging out with the ladies, and he went through years of refinement and debriefing, of serious introspection.
Well, he was one in a long line of African church fathers.
Yes,
of the original African church.
And yet he was a little more significant than the three Africans who became Pope.
Then there was the Tertullian and Origen and Cipriani.
Yeah.
All of these being African. And that brings to mind the fact that the original church or Christianity as we have come to know it was first established among African people.
It was established and brought into being by, the Christian church as we know it today. The Christian church. Let's make a distinction between the formal Christian church and the ideas of Christianity. Mm-hmm. That's a world of difference between that. Now, this is well documented in a book called Roman Africa. Roman taxation and Roman imperial brutality made people question old religions and look to new religions. And they turned to myth and suppositions and brought into being out of myth the story of a resurrected Christ.